Good morning, everybody. This is our astrology weather forecast for June 24th, 2025, and the day of the intense crescendo of energy is coming in today. This week, I say last week and this week, this 2 week period of time are very interesting in terms of shifting powers and taking more personal responsibility for how we use our power, apply it, and understanding the difference between control and power. So, the Sun and Jupiter align today. They are conjunct. Both are in conjunct to Pluto. Mars still has that weird herky jerky in conjunction to Pluto as well, although it's wider. So I have that yada yada going on, which shows that the peak of it, the peak of the yod, where it all shoots out. What is the ring of the toothpaste tube? What's in the toothpaste tube is at the bottom or inside of the yod, but the nozzle, that's Pluto. So the tension here between these fire planets and this energy of change and exchange and of purging, that's Pluto. You have to look at it like what's coming out of the nozzle is being purified. So look at it like what's in the tube is toxic, but as it comes out of that plutonic nozzle, it's being disinfected. And we're looking very heavily at issues of power, control, our mission, and taking responsibility for how we apply power, control, and leverage. Realizing that if we are not applying plutonic power, leverage, in a way that is beneficial to everybody, it's not just serving our agenda or our best interest. That's where we get the best out of it. That's where we get the gains that Pluto promises. So we do have the new moon coming in tomorrow. The moon is in Gemini all day until 11:45 p.m. Eastern time. So it's not a day to begin things outright, although we do have the Sun Jupiter conjunction that does spur us towards some kind of action. It comes in more fully tomorrow. It's gathering that need to spring forward with the vision for our life, that reconnection to that feeling of inspiration. It will come in more fully. We'll get a bigger picture of what that is, but we're getting the pieces of it here. We're going to have to work through our jealousy issues. We're going to have to work through some of our personal pain and our karma and our reasons for the way that we may grab more resources or power or room or advantage. And that's socially, that's personally, that's politically. Because societies are made up of individuals. And as we come into the age of Aquarius, we understand that if we want a better society, if we want a better world, if we want a better life, it is up to the individual to do the changing and the individuating and the growing and the taking responsibility for themselves, rather than relying on institutions outside of ourselves to be able to do that, because we don't have that luxury of having a functioning exoskeleton anymore going into the age of Aquarius. That will form as enough of the collective establishes themselves in personal righteousness, re-empowers themselves, clears their karma. And that's when we see the cooperative system start to come in. But we don't get there until we've had a few generations go by of real hardcore healing and clearing and choosing oneself and working through trauma and transmuting the entire plutonic underbelly that has been the reason for war, the reason for lack, the reason for the suffering that we have collectively endured. So we are healing from a long-term collective cancer, and we will eventually go into total remission, but we're in the stage of things where we have certain cells, certain people that are really doing the heavy lifting at this point. So it is a time in transits where we can see a lot of fear of loss, aggression coming to the surface. We have to be really careful about what kind of power grabs or leaps forward when it comes to um, claiming resources. If it's not in service to legitimate empowerment, and it's more about control, a jealousy in there, if it's not well motivated, this is Pluto, in conjunct to Jupiter and to the Sun. If we don't have that, essential motivation of moving towards a more inspired life, and our actions and our decisions are more in service to selfishness, plutonic ways, we will not see a positive outcome from that. That leads to more consequences rather than rewards for self control, for self empowerment. So I did want to come in and talk to you about this yesterday, but I just had too much company and too many responsibilities. I have quite a lot on the books today, too. A lot of us probably do. It is a busier day overall when it comes to responding to projects. The moon in Gemini is extremely busy as well. The new moon tomorrow, we should be able to get more rest. It will be more settled. I will try to come in and talk with you guys today if I do get that chance. But be careful with what you decide to crush. Some things that we crush are going to be good. We're like, that's run its course. That offers me nothing. And other things that will crush, it's in service more to the idea of winning or being first or having some level of supremacy that's more in service to taking shortcuts to shoring our own self up. So be careful today. Have a good one. I will try to see you later.